Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, we got Diz on the line. Yo, Diz, what's good?
What's up, Cass? What's good?
Not shit, man. I appreciate you on a Sunday calling up. You know what I mean? I see what's going on Twitter. I put a tweet out there. You said, huh?
Good looking, man. Hold on. I'm just parking my whip, man, so I'm not like driving all crazy while we talking. Just a second, man, because California drivers are the worst human beings in the world. I don't know if you knew that. We literally got the worst drivers. These people don't even belong behind a steering wheel. I'm not even playing with you, man. Hold on 1 second. So I'm going to park my shit. I'm going to park, yeah, man. In New York, like, I remember, like, man, people drive so, like, they know what they're doing out there. Like, you can see them, like, they ease between each other, like, an inch away, and nobody hits each other. Over here, people 10 feet away from each other, and they'll crash somehow. Like, fucking idiots, man. I can't even deal with this shit. Fucking 3 people almost crashed into me yesterday. All right, I found a spot. Let's go.
That's it, man.
What's good?
We building off of the Twitter joint. We talking about, you told me that you feel that putting movement over Arsenal is disrespectful.
I mean, there's certain rappers, man. Like, okay, so first of all, you got to take into consideration what Mount Rushmore is, because are you saying overall what kind of work? Are you talking about skill level, or are you talking about popularity? Now, if you're talking about like names that are big, definitely Mook is on the Mount Rushmore, because obviously he's one of the guys that people mention a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take him off the Mount Rushmore in that aspect. Now, if you're talking about like work and actual skill level, I just see how Mook could be over Arsenal in that aspect, just because of all the things that Arsenal has done, man. Like, and I was listening when I first logged in that you're saying to take losses into consideration, but my boy, taking losses into consideration is one thing when you have an amount of battles, because you gotta fucking to lose or win battles. You gotta battle a lot. Like, if Mook has had the amount of battles that Arsenal has, which are like 50 battles on camera, trust me, he's gonna have fucking 25 or 30 losses. So you can't take the win and loss ratio when the actual battle ratio is fucking super low. Like, how many recorded battles on camera does he have? More than 10? I highly doubt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's taking hypotheticals in. I'm going off of what I've seen. I done seen Arsenal get the shit beat out of them multiple times. I ain't seen Mook get destroyed. Like, the nigga ain't lost. The nigga not losing rounds, Diz. We got to keep it a buck. This nigga not losing rounds right now. Iron Solomon is a legend, and most people had Iron Solomon beating him before that battle. The nigga got 5-0.
But I don't know if you could count that battle like that, bro. Like, how is it that Mook did more than just showing up to that battle? All he had to do was show up and rap, and it was an alley-oop.
Hold on, so
let's be honest here. Like, he didn't destroy him. Solomon didn't even have a chance to sit. If you actually listen to what Solomon was saying in the beginning, the first couple bars that they let him get off, his structure and his shit was way better. It was for us as battlers, you got to understand, I'm a battler. So I'm not being biased. I want to see who's going to impress me more. I'm not looking, and you got to know something. When I watched that battle, I was a fucking Solomon hater, and I was a Mook fan when I watched that battle. So it's not coming from a place where I was like, you know, sitting there waiting for Solomon to do good. I'm just listening to, as a rapper, what are you giving us that's new? And the monosyllabic, like fucking dog, fog, and log type of rhymes that Mook was doing is not impressive, my boy. It's not. For a battler, it's not. Now, I understand for people that are watching it, the words exaggeration and fascination and assassination are dope rhymes together, but that's really fucking amateur shit. And the way that he rhymes in that battle is not good, bro. You gotta ask any other battler. You gotta ask battlers what they think about his actual craft itself. And we're talking about the craft itself. Now, there are parts where what Mook is good at is actually making sense and having a real good angle, and I think he does that better than anybody. But where he gets his point, this is what he does. Mook, rather than actual rhymes and tries to work on his craft, he makes a point. And he'll make the point regardless of how much skill goes into it. And Solomon in that battle didn't really get his shit off. he got clowned. What up? Sorry. What's good?
No, go ahead.
Good. Yo, so
I'm just saying that wasn't a fair battle. Like, you can't even consider that a 5-0 for Mook, bro. That's hardly – you could hardly ever say some shit like that unless it's like they're both at their best and it being a fair battle and him to 5-0 him. It was the same shit with the Lux situation. I'm pretty sure, like, real battle fans don't feel like that was a fucking legit battle. Like, so if you look at the situation and what it was, these wins that he's taken that you're so-called giving him are really more, he was less whacked than his opponent. Let's keep it a buck.
Oh,
he was less
man.
whacked than, what do you mean? Was that Lux? Was that really Lux that battled Mook?
Diz, we going to say certain battles don't count now?
No, we're not saying it doesn't count. We're saying you counting it as him bodying him. That does not count. No, because let me ask you a question. What up? What up?
Nah, oh, my fault. I was going to say, but Diz, can you blame Mook for Lux not showing up?
No, you're not. But we're not blaming Mook. Again, like, you got to listen to what I'm saying. We're not blaming him.
Okay.
He took the win, but we're saying we're not crediting him as this fucking this fucking mind-blowing body bag. Because if he really did body Lux like that, then motherfuckers, we would all be like, damn, he got bodied. Nobody talks about that like that. Do you even remember a Lux bar from that battle? Like, nobody really brings that up.
Oh, man.
I feel you, but I still feel like Mook 3-0'd Lux, though. Regardless if the battle was ugly or not, he still Lux. Everybody thought Lux was God when he did it. Let's not forget that.
Facts.
Look. The thing is, yeah, okay, you could say that he did it, but you're looking at the situation. Like, if you look at the situation of what it was not really Lux being able to rap like he normally does. The crowd was different. It was a weird-ass fucking crowd. And, yeah, that does be – you have to take that into consideration. What do you mean? You're smacking your lips. Listen, bro, a smack crowd and a King of the Dot crowd and a Don't Flop crowd, that's a real battle crowd. Once you leave that crowd, you have a lot of people that don't know what the fuck is going on. And they can affect the battle. Okay. They can affect the battle. I'm sorry. As much as I want to fucking agree with what you're saying, because I kind of do agree with what you're saying. I'm not trying to say that you're completely wrong, but I'm saying you got to take those into consideration, dog, because we don't consider battles that happen off Smack and King of the Dot as official battles. Shit, hell, people don't even consider battles that don't happen on Smack real battles. Shit, if you really want to get down with people, like, if it's not on Smack, it don't count.
Is that? Hey, Diz, why
to be
is
honest,
that?
because it's a brand. It's a brand. You build a brand. It's a culture. It's a movement. That's why. The same way Angry Fan Radio, you're not going to have some fucking random blogger come out and eclipse what you're doing, and it's not going to be official, is the same way it works for battle rap. It's a brand and a culture. There's a movement. Fans are emotionally invested into this shit. And then you got these people that come in that don't know what the fuck is going on. They're just there to fucking just watch rap, and they just think that any punchline is a good punchline. That is not a real crowd. So the shit that happened in that event, you can't even count it, bro. The Total Slaughter shit, man, that's not even – I'm sorry, bro. I don't even consider that on my resume when people ask me. I don't even mention the Total Slaughter shit because it was a fun thing. It was like a commercial way of battling. It was it was not what feel was not what we get from our events. It's not that real, like, that feel. And it has to be held accountable. You have to consider that, bro. You can't just be like, yeah.
Nah, but you know what, though?
I don't agree with that. But you know what, I don't agree with that, man.
Hold on. Yo, but you know what, though? Like, you can't say that because you took the battle. If you went to Total Slaughter, you can't say that, dude. You can't take the battle.
What do you mean?
And then when it's done, say it don't count.
The thing is, we're not saying it doesn't count completely. It counts, obviously, but you're trying to take it into consideration as this big accomplishment body bag, and it's not, bro.
All right, so
definitely not.
So are you telling me now that if it's not on URL or King of the Dot, it doesn't count?
If it's not URL, King of the Dot, or Don't Flop, or even Queen of the Ring is for girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, there's a brand thing. When you create a brand, these new leagues that come out, and they put in no disrespect to any of them, but when you're a smaller league, you have a different brand, so the outcomes are going to be different when you do these battles in these places. There are always going to be different outcomes because there is a third party that's involved in battle rap. It's the crowd, man. That they shape the environment of the battle. Since And the thing is as battle rap has progressed over the era, I've seen the crowd situation become more irrelevant to people, and it was never like that. Dog, back in the day, the crowd was everything. The crowd decided who won the battle. Now it's like, you know, it's like as if they don't count anymore, and you take it online, and you're just like, whatever. Nah, bro, that's the environment of the battle. It really counts what's going on in the crowd. And if the crowd's going to influence a battle a certain way, you can't credit the rapper. What I'm saying is we're not taking away from him. We're not saying that it's his fault. We're just saying you can't credit that as some fucking crazy body bag accomplishment, because it was not. Because if Mook and Lux battle in a fucking room alone, it's going to be a different outcome, dog. And we all know this. There's no reason to even debate this. We all know this.
But at the same time, I feel like the battlers kind of like influence. Okay, because first Sway, that didn't happen on URL. Verb bodied Sway, and niggas still talk about that to Sway today. And
I can't even remember a bar from that battle, bro. I don't even know. Like I haven't watched that battle. How many views does that battle even have? Like I haven't seen that.
But
battle.
What do views got to do with it?
I mean, you're saying people are still talking about it to today. How are they talking about it when nobody's fucking seen it? Like that's what I'm trying to ask you. Like, who's talking about it? People in your Facebook group? That's different. If your world is that, you got to understand the battle world is way bigger than just, you know, little groups that we create. And the same goes for the King of the Dot fans or whoever, bro. It's a huge, we are a huge fucking scene now. It's a huge movement. And things like that are not considered when, I don't even know. I didn't even see that battle. You know what I'm saying? And I watch a lot of battles. So, and I'm not trying to downgrade that battle right now either. I'm just trying to say, yes, the fucking the brand really affects it. There is something called brand, and just like I said, just like Angry Fan Radio, it's the same shit. You got a brand. If I was to start my little fucking movement right now, people, like if I start blogging right now the same way Angry Fan does, and I start doing my shit, same thing. My shit is Happy Fan Radio. Okay, and then we start doing our shit, and then what do you think? Even if I say on my fucking blog, Verb, let's say fucking bodied fucking Swave, all right, and I say that on my blog. But then Angry Fan comes up and says, nah, I want to debate that. I think Swave kind of fucking got the first round and it's debatable. People are going to fucking listen to him more than me because he has already built a solid brand and something that people could follow, and it's a movement. And it goes the same for King of the Dot and Smack. So when these people come out of nowhere and they set up battles, it's never going to be right, dog. It never works. Look at the Joe Budden and the fucking Hollow battle. That shit was awkward. Look at my Cassidy battle. That shit was awkward as fuck. All the battles that
your
happened
Cassidy
on that
battle count. Your Cassidy battle count.
But look. Okay, let's not talk about me. Just that whole Ether card. The whole card, bro. Who even considers any of those battles? Really? Bro, how many battles happened on that card? Besides Big K and Conceited, really, those battles don't even fucking get mentioned like that, and there's a reason why. Because it's a brand thing. You know, and at the end of the day, it's not like they don't count. Like you don't like make it to where I'm saying like, yeah, it doesn't count at all. I'm just saying it's not as credible. The credibility is not there. That's why that's why, you know, people want to rap on Smack, King of the Dot, and Dope Flop, because these guys have built brands.
So Mook don't get credit for beating Luck. Okay, Mook.
No, he gets credit for beating him. He beat him.
All right, but he don't get as much credit as I feel he should get for beating Lux on Total Slaughter. But he also doesn't get credit for beating Iron Solomon 5-0 on URL where people saying it counts. So
the reason I'm saying that, look, okay, you make a good point. The reason I'm saying that is because that's an isolated situation what happened with Solomon. And maybe part of it was his fault. Maybe he was like too singy-songy, and I understand that. Like he came with some whack shit. But you got to know that, first of all, we know this is a fact that URL is a little bit too fucking, the fans are a little bit too fucking tough on the people up there rapping. We know this because of Verb.
What do you mean?
They're a little bit too much, bro. They're too much. They're too much. They're quick to boo.
The question is,
what's up?
The question is, are the fans too tough, or are the King of the Dot and the Grind Time fans too light? Let me ask you that.
Yeah, wrong to boo somebody if
he's saying some whack shit?
No, you're not wrong for booing them if they're saying whack shit. You're wrong if you're booing them for not even giving them a fucking chance to speak, bro. Like, that's different than you saying some whack shit and then you just being like, all right, that was whack. Man, I'm one of the first people that boo. I like the booing thing. Don't get me wrong. I think people should be booed all the time. It's just how it happens. and how lenient you are towards it and how quick you are to do it, like you're waiting to do it. Let's keep it 100 here. People are waiting to boo Verb, bro. They're not booing Verb because he's making a mistake. They're booing Verb because they're like, oh, man, just slip up, Verb.
You're right.
Slip
You're right
up,
about
Verb,
that.
and watch it. Okay, so that, I'm taking that into consideration. Yes, Mook did beat Solomon.
Okay.
We're not taking that from him, but we're not acting like this was this fucking crazy impressive thing, bro, because it's not. It's not. It was. There was nothing about it that was like, oh, man, Mook is now the truth. Oh, no, nobody could beat Mook now, because what happened after that? People are still saying, even though he came back, people are still saying he hasn't proved himself. And until today, it's the same way. And when I was comparing him to Arsenal, I'm comparing him to other things. Man, you got to know, dog, the whole worldwide thing and going and affecting other fan bases and battling on multiple leagues, that's experience and that's points. You can't just take that away from somebody. You can't just be like, but he battled young hot in Detroit 17 years ago. Dog, you got to know today what we do, the battle scene is so much bigger, and the impact you can have. Dog, Arsenal has a battle with 7 or 8 million views on it from Don't Flop. He went overseas and impacted Europe, 7-8 million people. These are real things that happen. And they count.
But I got a question for you. Would that have happened if Mook didn't build it? In your opinion, did Mook build battle rap? To be honest.
So wait a minute. So KRS-One and all them are responsible for rap too? They built rap? So now we're gonna say KRS is responsible for Drake's career. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, we're not gonna say that. We're talking about battle rap, Smack. No, listen to me. We're talking about battle rap and Smack DVD. Did Mook build this?
Okay, Mook was the first guy to get put in front of a camera. No, he did not build it, because to build it, you got to be there building it all the time. You can't just start something and then bounce, and then everybody else fucking builds it for you, and then you come back like, nah, I built it. No, you didn't. You just put down some tiles on the floor. Yeah, okay, Mook, you laid out some tiles. Awesome. But the fucking building and the foundation and the floors were fucking built by all types of other people, bro. From everybody, like, there's so many guys, from T-Rex to fucking, Tech 9 to Miles. There's hundreds of guys that you have to hold accountable for that. Like, you can't just act like these people didn't build anything, bro. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful as fuck. And if you want to speak on a Smack level and a Dot Mob level, I'd still put Rex above him. Because Rex is really building. There's a difference. Yeah, he hasn't had the most fucking mind-blowing career performances. Yeah, when Mook fucking battles, it's a bigger deal because of his exclusiveness. Yes, that's smart. He's a strategic guy. This is what we will give Mook, that he knows how to fight, But at the end of the day, you're giving him too much if you're going to put him over certain people. That's my point that I'm making, that you can't ignore what certain people have done. Even Conceited today, bro. Conceited has been battling since 2005. I was there for Conceited's first battle.
I was thinking about
Conceited today,
too.
Okay, look.
I was actually thinking about Conceited today, too.
Let's talk about Con for a second. I was there for his first battle. Nas even came to the pit, bro. When we started, Nas came down there. Rex wanted to come to the pit. But I remember Conceited's first battle, his first time battling. He was a star from day one, dog. And guess what? Conceited never stopped. In fact, every single time for years following, he put on and made the biggest things happen. When he battled Arsenal, this was the biggest viewed battle of all time. There's 3 videos. This was before YouTube had the, one video. You have to separate your shit because you could only have 10-minute videos. And they had 3 videos that went way over millions of views. So that was the first time, bro. You got to understand what that did for battle rap. That did a lot more for battle rap than anyone who was there in the beginning, because now they took it a step further. And then look where Khan is at right now. He has constantly came back and put together the crazy shit, had groundbreaking performances, and now he's literally actually pushing battle rap to a group of people that have no idea what battle rap is. He, every day, Conceited makes us bigger. You understand how valuable that is? Every day, Conceited opens his mouth. He puts more money in all our pockets. That's what people don't realize, and what people that hate need to realize about other cats that are successful, and why you need to give these people love. Khan is bringing in people every day. What's up?
You said Mook was just the first one to be put on the camera. But when Mook was on that camera, he wasn't battling himself. How come the niggas he was battling? Why is Mook Mook? Why? How come the niggas he was battling aren't where he is? Like if he was the first nigga on the camera.
That's a very good question. You got to look at the people he's battled, though, bro. First of all, the people that he's battled were never really big people. Besides, let's talk. Okay, rest in peace, Party Artie. That's why he's not around. So let's get that out of the way. Then he battled the Young Hot guy. Young Hot is like, he's like any fucking PG rapper. He don't count. He never was anything. He never was anything.
Young Hot was the third option. First, he went after Cass. Cass turned it down. He said, I spent $25,000 on white tees. He said, I don't want that money. I remember that. And then they offered it to Reed, and Reed said, no, I'm doing music. I don't want to battle Mook.
Okay, so it's not Mook's fault. I agree. It's not like he's being a pussy. Obviously, he was trying to go for the fucking heads. Obviously, he wasn't being a pussy about it. But we're talking about the result and who he ended up battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, he battled a guy that nobody knows except hardcore fans. All of us that are hardcore fans of battle rap, we know who Young Hot is. Talk to anybody off the street that listens to battle rap, they don't know who the fuck that is. So at the end of the day, and then he battled Lux, and he's battled people that are still in the fucking picture. And to be honest with you, I don't know who I could put above who with the Lux situation, because I don't know. I feel like Lux is one round against Calico, brought more legendary and more attention than anything that guy's done, bro.
What about Mook J Mills?
Okay, Mook and J Mills, that was incredible. But J Mills is still, he blew the fuck up. So you can't even say that J Mills is nothing. He just decided not to battle anymore. That was his decision to not battle anymore. But J Mills could basically say he's had a more successful music career and industry career than fucking Mook did. You know what I mean?
He can.
And
he can.
Yeah, he could. And the thing is, they're both aiming for the same thing at the end of the day. You got to know something. Mook is a fucking great rapper. When we talk about actual punchlines and skills, it goes to a fucking different level. Like, Mook, he put out some shit recently where he's talking about some conscious shit, where he's talking about, getting locked up. That shit is incredible, bro. Like, that's the type of stuff that if Mook did that, and he always did that, then people would stop talking shit. Even people like me who are about the craft, who want to hear fucking meaning in punchlines and want to hear something and learn something educational. That shit is fucking dope as fuck. But how long has he been doing that for? He just started doing that. You know what I mean?
But then the thing is with Mook, and this is the point I want to get out there. When Mook was running around destroying niggas, battling like niggas wasn't battling like how they are now. Now niggas are battling for a living. It's niggas that battle that don't make music. When Mook was battling was just a way to get beat. Battling was just a part of being an artist to try to get niggas exposure for your music. Niggas like Hollow, Khan, they don't even do music. So it's like they can run around and battle every day because that's their thing. That's their goal. Mook's goal wasn't to be, I'm going to be 1,000-0 in battle rap.
I get that.
Everybody's goal, I would think.
No, I get what you're saying as far as that. No, you're right. But then, are you really successful at the music? Like, what are you doing that's so fucking groundbreaking with the music for you to be able to say that, yeah, I don't need this? Mook needs battle rap.
He signed a deal. He had a deal at one point.
Bro, Mook needs battle. Yeah, at one point. That don't matter right now. Like, let's be honest. Mook needs battle rap. As much as he tries to act like he doesn't, it's the only thing keeping him relevant. And not only the only thing keeping him relevant, him talking about doing battles is what's keeping him relevant and keeping us talking about him. Me and Hollow were just fucking discussing this. We both agree on this. Pretty much, the reason why we keep talking about Mook is because he's smart. He keeps putting himself in the conversation of, will I battle? I will battle. I'm going to battle. Like, the Sue Surf shit was never going to happen. Hollow told me this shit like 5 months before you guys all figured that out. He said, man, that shit was never locked in. Bro, that shit was never anything. It was never nothing.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, it was just them talking. That's it. He's creating hype. He's smart. He knows how to create hype. That's Mook's thing. He knows how to create talk. Like, yeah, I'm still battling. Bro, that battle was never going to happen. Put it that way. Madison Square Garden, all that shit, bro. That was all just to hype shit up. I'm telling you, Hollow was the first one to tell me this like three months before this shit. 4 or 5 months. Way in advance, he told me. Way in advance. So, at the end of the day, how are you keeping yourself relevant? Is it by work or is it by us wanting you? So are we keeping you relevant or are you keeping yourself relevant? Bro, Mook owes his relevancy in us talking him to us. Because if it wasn't for us genuinely still caring as battle fans to see him battle, nobody would give a fuck. These new kids would just move on. You know how these new kids are. Every month a new rapper pops up and he's the best now. You know, but it's us who's keeping that fucking legacy alive. He's not keeping it alive. You know, we are going to keep talking about who he's going to battle until he fucking battles. And then once he battles again, he's back in the conversation. You can't shit on the fucking hard workers, bro. That was my whole point in the whole tweet when it started about Arsenal and Conceited. I don't know how you could take these guys off of Mount Rushmore, bro. I don't know how you could ever be able to shit on the people that actually work.
You're telling me you feel comfortable putting Conceited over Murda Mook on Mount Rushmore?
You see, and that's why
nuts
this is hard. But like, look, bro, because we're looking at it from a fucking subjective standpoint. Like, yeah, because in our minds, Mook has always been that guy. Because we all fucking watched him when we were younger, so he's had a bigger impact since he was younger. But dog, we're talking about actual results here. We're talking about actual work and results and marketability. Like, yeah, even though fucking Conceited don't have his fucking he don't have what Mook has, but Mook, Conceited right now, dog. Like, look what he's doing. He's everything Mook wants to be. He's more of an industry marketable guy. He just doesn't have the music yet. If he gets a good producer, bro, and someone puts Con out, he puts punchlines. He'll just put those stop and pauses to some amazing beats. He gets a crazy producer, and then he'll be on. You know what I mean? That's all it takes, really. It really doesn't take that much. And then after that, what are you going to be able to say about Mook once that happens? Conceited's already in that right direction. He's 1,000 times more marketable. It's just, what are we looking at right now? You're just looking at it as pioneer. Yeah, Mook is fucking Mount Rushmore and pioneers of battle rap, 100%. But again, what is your Mount Rushmore? You cannot remove Conceited, bro. He's been battling for 11 years straight without taking a break. Another thing is, you can't be on a Mount Rushmore, leave for 7 years, and come back like nothing happened. No, it doesn't work like that at all. You know what I'm saying? Khan never took a break. 0 breaks. There's something to be said about somebody that can continuously put forth classic performances and top-tier performances without falling off for decades straight, bro. There's something to be said about that. You cannot just look over that and just be like, yeah, well, we feel like these battles are more classic because we feel that way. Nah, bro, that you can't do that. And I don't want to put this out too much because I know this is going to end up getting out, but, Khan is involved with some big shit right now that's about to happen with battle rap. You guys seen me hinting about it? And, with these people in Hollywood and shit, like, nobody mentioned him. And you know what? They did mention him. And they said they felt like he wasn't fucking skilled enough. Like, and this is coming from people that are not even involved in battle rap like that. So we could say maybe their fucking opinion isn't fucking credible. But guess what? If you can't appeal to the masses anyways, then, what is it? Conceited has something that motherfuckers in Hollywood want to be a part of. They consider him better than fucking most people. And Arsenal, too. And Hollow, too. So you got to look at that, man. These guys have been fucking battling since the fucking prior to the grind time era. They survived it and they passed it and they're still around killing everything. And people like Arsenal didn't even need Smack, dog. Look at that. You got to know Smack is a platform. Smack creates superstars. A lot of these guys think they're way bigger than they are. From the Calicos to the Hitmen, all these
create
people.
Smack.
We give them that prop. Shay Davis being there in the beginning too. Like, we gonna give those people, bro. They will always have a special place. We can never remove Mook from that, man. He's definitely a pioneer and responsible for all these motherfuckers like spitting the way they do, and he definitely does it better than these guys. When we hear Mook spit, he just sounds more authentic, But we're looking at it from a fucking point of a perspective of actual work and results. And what are you doing to expand this shit constantly? Is it talk or is it work? What are we getting out of it? Are we learning something? Are we watching a Mook battle and then going like, damn, I need to write. That only happens with certain battlers, Caps. Like when you hear a battler and you're like, whoa, I need to step my game up. That is important for battlers because that's what raises the bar. When we hear B Magic, when we hear Big K, we hear certain guys put forward punchlines you're like, damn, I need to fucking step my shit up. When you hear Rum Nitty, these people that are not considered the greats, but why are we? So we need to fucking evaluate our system of who we consider that great. Is it the people that are skilled, or is it the people that are popular? What's up?
So Diz, is Mook overrated?
I don't want to be disrespectful in that aspect and say that he's overrated. I just feel like he's rated in the wrong areas. That's just a better way to put it. Mook definitely does something special. He brings something special to the table. You can't say he's overrated. No. And we sometimes talk shit and we say that, yeah, as battlers, because that's our point, to talk shit. But right now we're having a grown man conversation, so we're not going to use ego. You know, no, he's not overrated. Okay. He's just rated in the wrong areas. That's it. He's bigged up for the wrong things. Like, we need to consider Mook for what he is. And you know what? At least sometimes I feel like he's logical and real enough to actually be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like I'm the best right now. I've seen him say that in something. I don't feel like I should be considered in your top 5. And, you know, that's him keeping it 100 with himself. And that's good that he's like that. That makes him more likable, too. And it makes it easier to digest and fucking appreciate what he does for the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just be careful not to disrespect other people in your process of rating him. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? And we're definitely not talking about me, because I'm excluding myself from this conversation completely. We're talking about other people. You know what I mean?
Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
And you fan movement is the movement to move with.